think all the truth it's so crazy right now. I mean, we talk about right now today. It's wild out here, man. Like my grandmother never heard the term like you know what you call it, saying this kid and Shreya girl saying
shout out to Shiree, shout out to Kid
and Kid, but baby daddy. Like that was not a term to us.
Right.
Like baby daddy didn't come out to like the 90s. You ain't have no baby daddy in like the 80s. Now you got people saying, you know, I hate to say it, you got grown men saying, well, I think I want her to have my baby. Not love, not marriage. Women saying, oh, you know what I mean? I just want a baby from him. Like the game is totally different now. You know what I mean?
We'll have beautiful children. I'm like, we'll have a beautiful life together or whatever.
Right.
And
everybody
like
put a complaint about, you know, where the good men at, where the good women at, blah blah. But the problem is nobody's talking about marriage and
See, now let's talk about personally in this setting here about how you say how no young lady grows up wanting to be a side chick. She doesn't, you know, say to herself as she's growing up, "Oh, I just want to be, you know, a side chick when I get old. I want to attach myself to somebody," but not think about that storyline marriage and, you know, the whole thing, the ceremony and being with somebody for the rest of their life. But I feel like to some degree, I feel we bring our young ladies up with the image of don't trust them now. Don't trust them Negroes. Like it's almost like a sense of all he wants is sex, all he wants is sex, all he wants is your body, all he wants is this. And so you program your daughter to feel like there is no need in a guy and you can't trust a man. So therefore, when you get to an age where you start to date and you start to try to, you know, share experiences with the opposite gender, you think to yourself, it's always something that you need to be aware of. Or, you know, there's always some threat of danger there that somebody's going to, you know, pull a wool over you or do you wrong or mistreat you in all of these ways. I want to know how you feel about that.
Well, I do think that hurt people. I'm gonna believe that too. So when you go through a house and you've been hurt and your mama been hurt, without her knowing it, she spread hurt. You know what I mean? So now you growing up saying, you know what I mean, I seen how daddy did my mama, I ain't going for that. Right. You know, I ain't trusting nobody. So I think it does pass on. Or vice versa, where the man's role of protecting a woman and providing for a woman used to be popular. And you know, ain't nobody pushing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. Like somewhere through them 80s and early 90s, it was like, you know, what you got. You know what I mean? And you know, and women started saying this kind of stuff like, you know, I can do bad by myself. Yeah. So by myself, so, like the black community started supporting, and I'm not against women's rights and all that kind of stuff, but the black community started supporting, you could do it yourself, girl, and you know, and forget him. And
right, you know. So,
you know, now you got a bunch of people that now don't always feel like they need it, you know, until behind the scenes.
And I feel like too, that makes sense. That makes a whole lot of sense. But at the same time, it's like, you know, that level of vulnerability people don't want to share with anyone else. You know what I mean? Because it takes a level of trusting in somebody. It takes a level of putting yourself out there, and it might not work out for you. I always say you gotta risk, you know, your heart for the success of finding true love, and I feel like that's real because in every situation it's not gonna work out. But you know, until you find that person that's right for you, you're gonna go through some trials with some people that, you know, wasn't meant for you, but you have to experience and see how that ends up turning out for you. So, you know, it's almost like, you know, sometimes women and men, they get in a situation where, you know, they get their heart broke, or, you know, a person that they really wanted, they felt like they was meant to be with, didn't work out. And from that point, it's like, you know, they all bad. I ain't, you know, throw them all to the wind.
Right. But you got to ask yourself, you know, like you said, where did it go wrong? I think someone went wrong because, you know, I'm just a founder believing that, hey, man, the foundation of love of the black community used to really be kind of Christ-centered, and the moment we start taking that out of there and kind of just saying, you know, who came up with what love got to do with it? You know, they start, you know, we start hearing all them hurt songs. Them hurt songs start coming out, man, and the era of love for the black community. I mean, it was like, I mean, think about, like, even when we talking about Tina Turner, like, she was saying what love's got to do with it. Behind the scene, Ike was whooping her.
Right.
The game was changing, you know what I mean? We stopped valuing On both sides, women stop valuing. Now you get if a man say something not to a woman about supporting a man, cooking for him, blah blah, it's so offensive. No different than back in the day. If you tell a man back in the day, hey man, you don't talk to a woman like that. You know, you love her, you respect her. They were like, nah, she talk like this, I'm getting it to her. She run them out like the whole value of love in the black community. And I don't just say it's black community. It started happening all over the world, but black community, we're just so more charismatic. You know, we don't wait till the kid graduate to 18 and then we discuss the issue. We discussing it tonight and we leaving tonight. You know what I mean? And even if I had to support every side man, and I would never support it like that, but if you're a side man or a side chick, most of them, if you really talk to them, they were once married. They tried doing it right. You know what I mean? And it was just like, hey, you know, now I know what I want. It's what I'm saying. So a lot of people, in some cases, it's not that they haven't tried the love. You know, you girls say I tried that love thing for the last time. But I'm just saying, so a lot of people, man, just I think are exhausted with trying. Most women that even looking on this podcast right now will tell you, man, I tried it and it didn't work. And so like you said, to put themselves in that vulnerable position again. Right. You know, somebody right now want to put on it that you might as well just go ahead and type it on there that I ain't trying to hit. Like, because it's tough to say, okay, you want me to volunteer for possibly getting hurt again and wasting another 5 years of my life.
Yeah, the right question got to be asked to certain, you know, to shorten that time frame. But yeah, absolutely, I feel that. But to go against that a little bit, I feel like what you said in terms of some of them was married, you know. As this new generation of millennials, like it ain't even reaching that point. Right. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things where it's like, especially when women noticing how men are treating and dealing with them, it's more of a like, I give you this point. This is one something I spoke to a lady, right? You know, and I asked her about this topic, and she said this. She said she was taking it back to Tupac. I'm gonna take it back to brother Tupac, my favorite rapper. Everybody knows. That's my favorite rapper. Instagram, Facebook. She said many women want to settle down, but however, many men want to get around. So when you think about how you have women that, hey, you know, we're looking to settle down and yeah, we might have great opportunity and that's how they feel. You have the men on the opposite side are really focusing more on getting around. So it's more just like, you know, I ain't really trying to focus on settling down. That ain't really my whole thing. Why I got to do that? Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is though, what you're saying is so true because the word option has not got popular. Back in the day, you knew you had somebody really in love with you because option wasn't no issue. Like, there was no options. It's me and you. It was stuff like Luther and Freddie Jackson. You are my lady. It was one thing, you know what I mean? Now, you know, it's just the term wifey. Like, where did that come from? Like,